It's not a podcast.
It's a GarCast.
And this is the world according to Gar.
Hello and welcome to the world according to Gar. You are listening to GarCast episode number 282. I am Gar. With me as always is the GarFather.
Our 282, very symmetrical. I like it.
It is very symmetrical. We're closing in on 300.
I hope we make it.
I think we can. I think we can do it. Do we drop the mic at 300? Just like, we built the community. New Nottingham is built. We just walk away champions.
I think we can't say that right now. We'll have to see.
We will have to see. Maybe Guar could do it with Dr. Bimo.
Oh, you mean we should hand it off?
Yeah.
We should franchise it.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Have your own GarCast at home. We could sell it in a little box.
We'll even give a mic.
Yeah, we'll wrap a mic up.
If you have an annoying special guest, you give him a shitty headset.
You know how when you used to get Christmas gifts, and
Yeah.
it would say batteries not included, like the movie?
Yeah.
Annoying special guest not included? That's funny. Oh, all in good fun.
How are you?
I'm good. Rested now.
Did you get a haircut? I mean, you look nice and you look like
thank
you're
you.
running for office. It's so tight right now.
I'm waiting for the phone call. I never wanted to run for office, but I will accept an appointment. So, figured I'd get a haircut in case I had to suddenly, speak to the press.
Throw a headshot of you up there. Be like, here
Sure.
is the GarFather.
Nah,
He
so,
is joining. He's going to be part of the Department of
Awesomeness.
Axes.
Axes. That's you. No, you're the chainsaw guy.
I love the chainsaw. I love that chainsaw. It's so great.
It's a good little emoji thingy. I like
It is. It's fun. All the big government guys, they've had their time. It's time for us guys that want the little government. Let's see what happens with our experiment. I'm all in.
Yeah. I would say, probably. I don't want to go to no government like you.
No,
but,
I honestly don't want no government. I probably say it in jest, but
yes. I think absolutely, like any corporation that's been around for a long time doing the same thing, you can always come in as the new guy in charge and find some stuff to get rid of.
Yeah.
For sure.
let's see
For
what
sure.
happens. Nobody ever does it, and he even said he would do it 8 years ago. He didn't. So let's see if he does it.
I think he has more of an opportunity to do it now.
Right. I think it helps, like him or not, that he's not going to be running for another term. So it's kind of like, fuck it. I'm not trying to win another election at this point. Let me do some of the stuff that I think is good.
Yeah, I think that's a factor, for sure. I think that when he first became president, everyone was actually in complete shock that he won. Nobody who was in government, let's say 99% of the people that were in elected office at that time, did not want him to be president.
And if you listen to Rogan, he's like, I didn't really know what to do. Because I had a lot of people telling me what to do, and they weren't people that I should listen to.
He didn't know what to do, right?
So,
learning on the job.
Yeah.
And so now he's got 4 years experience, like everybody else. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from the things that you could have done but didn't do.
Yes.
You have more friends and allies. He probably had none the first time.
Probably more
like
enemies
zero,
as well.
Like even people in his own cabinet.
Yeah.
Right? He probably appointed people to the wrong position. So it's just thank you. I have to say thank you for Joe Biden and his handlers for giving us a 4-year break to kind of reassess, take a look, do some research, regroup.
Hey,
And here we go,
might have been
because
good.
this should work out better. I think maybe we'll do that. And that goes back to a proposal I had.
Do 300,
Some
take off for a year.
to some. Well, it was the like every I don't know what the period of time is, but you get to take a break and then you come back.
Stronger than ever.
I think everybody could always do a better job.
By the
I mean,
way,
yeah.
I don't know if you noticed my AJ inspired theme here.
Oh, I was gonna say I love. Is that his actual background?
I tried like heck to find it. It looks so
It's
on
pretty damn
Reddit.
close.
On Reddit, somebody posted that he spent $20 on a poster that they found on Amazon. So he didn't even do like this is electronic as a photo. He didn't even do a photo. I guess that's probably a little bit beyond
Yours looks much better.
Yeah, and that's what's so appealing about his is it really looks like shit. It's hysterical.
For those that don't watch Pat McAfee, AJ Hawk, the all-time leading tackler of the Green Bay Packers,
the mayor of Ohio,
the former mayor of Ohio, Ryder Cup winner, comes on the second hour of Pat McAfee every day. This is the background guard he's going for.
Yeah, I really wanted to get his, but I think I might have
yours
to order
is better.
it from Amazon. I know, but I don't want better.
I can almost read some of the authors and titles.
None of his books have any writing on them, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're just colors.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. I like it. Well done.
Thank you, Pat. Pat McAfee is still 99% of the time very enjoyable. There's a few things he does that gets a little annoying.
Absolutely. I couldn't, as a Jet fan, I couldn't watch the Aaron Rodgers interview yesterday. I just wasn't in the mood.
I don't blame you. I mean, it's tough at this point. Like they shouldn't even talk football at this point.
Yeah,
he's going to give all the coach speak. You know, it's not going to be.
What else? What is he supposed to do?
Right. Well, you should talk about maybe mushrooms, or I thought they were bringing back the book club. What happened to the book club?
I don't know.
It might be time.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of talk on. I like to give WFAN shout outs here because I do listen every morning, and I've been listening my entire life. Boomer, and it's almost like he's got some. Boomer's got friends in the Jets building,
former Jet
football,
big New Yorker.
And I think he clearly likes this person that I'm going to mention as the next coach. All morning, he even had guests on to talk about it. He sees the only answer for the Jets' next coach, John Gruden.
I like Gruden a lot. Oh, imagine he gets back together with Adams. That would be great. Weren't they together?
Love the guy. Right. So even if Aaron, God, that time. No, I don't.
I thought he was. Did he? Maybe
he was there with He was there with what's his face, Visor Boy from the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, he could come back and he could be with Aaron if Aaron wants to stay.
I think Gruden is an amazing football
Gruden on his own. I mean, I would take him in a heartbeat. He's great.
Is football in general ready to forgive him?
So
that's the question, right?
The NFL is football.
The players.
So the players, apparently there is not one player. I guess there's maybe one, but like all the players love him.
Okay.
Like that's what Boomer was saying, and he even had Rich Gannon on as a guest. Good old, remember Rich Gannon?
Yeah, absolutely. Rich Gannon was a great quarterback. He's
great Raiders with Gruden when Gruden, right before he went to Tampa, and then he played against Gruden when Tampa beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl. He was a good guest, and he was like explaining kind of like how the Redskins ownership like totally like did a hit job on him. Like, because the whole thing, remember Dan Snyder was in trouble, and then it was like these emails. I forget the whole thing, but they were like these somewhat racist comments in Gruden's emails, and it was kind of like a hit job. It was kind of like
throw him under the bus instead of me kind of shit.
Yeah, they were alluding to it. I gotta revisit it all. Anyway.
He's an amazing coach. He would be an amazing hire. If ownership, and the other part of that is ownership. Is ownership going to hire him and be canceled, or I don't know what you would call it.
I mean, the only option, you can't do another one. It's either him or Rex, and I love Rex so much that I wouldn't want to see it not work. so I don't want to do it.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's a really tough situation to go into because their offensive line's a little bit rough. They don't have a quarterback.
You have a lot of wide receivers.
They do. They definitely do. Their defense should be good, right?
Yeah, as Sean Payton has proven.
Yeah,
even with the worst cap scenario on earth, you could do well.
Yeah,
if you're a good coach,
he's got a
good
defense. You know, it's so funny. Vance Joseph, the Broncos defensive coordinator. I wanted that guy hung last year. Hanged. Oh, right. I got to be really careful saying that. Let me rephrase that. I wanted him fired.
You wanted to slap him around.
I really wanted him fired bad.
Okay.
After Miami beat the shit out of us, 72 to whatever it was. Like, I'm like, how could this guy even have a job after the flight back to Denver? And you know what? God bless Peyton, because he was right. The guy did know what he was doing. He's built this defense, and it's really good. This is the only reason that we're really being competitive. You get a great defense with a quarterback that's learning, and you get around 500.
Listen, Bo Nix is doing what he's being asked of now. At the beginning of the season, he wasn't doing shit.
He's getting better and better each week. He's still not elite, and I don't think he's ever going to be an elite quarterback, but he could be a pretty good quarterback.
His completion percentage has been fine the last couple of games, right?
He moves in the pocket well. He's going downfield more. They can't run the ball, which is hurting them, because then they can key in on him. But
no matter, they're having a successful season.
It's a huge unexpected result, I guess, is what I was trying to say with that.
Yeah, they're building and they're winning at the same time.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
That's exactly right. And soon a cap space will free up.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more years. I think it's 2 years we have to pay him. So this year, maybe next year or something like that.
It's crazy.
I'm still not sold on Russ, but I haven't seen him at Pittsburgh. So I don't know if he's quarterbacking well or if it's just Pittsburgh just always knows how to win. I don't know yet.
I think Sean Payton could have been successful with him.
Absolutely. I think Sean Payton was an asshole to Russ Wilson.
But he didn't want to be. He just wanted nothing to do with him. Like, Russ just annoyed the shit out of him. He's like, I don't want to deal with your shit. I'm going to go get my guy.
I think Russ is a really weird guy.
He is.
And old school quarterbacks don't go for that shit.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin's great. He's just like, there's probably no more respected coach in football by players than Mike Tomlin. He's just like,
dude wins every year. He's got his players' backs. He
doesn't win any trophies, though.
He hasn't. Same with Baltimore, though. Baltimore's got an amazing organization, but they can't ever win the big one, right? Yeah. Every year, they are legitimately going to be one of the top, 3-4 teams in the league.
It's frustrating. From the outside, you're like, I would take that, but if that's you're freaking angry,
right?
If you're a Raven fan, I mean, they got their rings recently, but
unfortunate for them, right? You're living in an era where you went from Tom Brady and the Patriots, and now you're going right from that. Really no in-between period into Kansas City and Mahomes. It sucks.
Kansas City stinks now.
Dude, I didn't mind that. It's funny. Same thing with the Patriots. I didn't mind them in the beginning, and the more they win, the more annoying they're getting.
They're becoming Patriot-like, except for that one season when he had Randy Moss and they just blew everybody out.
Yeah.
The Patriots, they did a lot of shit like this. Like, they'd barely win games. Trust me, those Jet games where Brady would win in the last drive,
Yeah, I mean, that's what great teams do, right? They win the games that are close, or maybe you shouldn't have won.
Did you see Pat's breakdown of the field goal block? It was pretty cool. I love when he gets into the weeds on special teams and stuff I don't know at all.
This guy stinks.
But he was talking about the footwork of the linemen, and that was so cool.
Yeah, he was basically shaped in a U. All his weight back on his ass. There was, and the outside tackle. I don't know if they called it a tackle. He tried to arm block one guy, ran right by him.
He was showing where your foot should be wrapped around the other guy's leg. It was wild.
It was aggravating to watch because I know we fucked that up.
I felt like I learned a lot about football that I didn't know. It was cool. Sorry, it was you. Just pretend it wasn't.
No, you know what? It's a game we could have won. It would have been really nice to have won. Didn't expect to win. But I don't know. You learn and you go on.
Having a good year. At least you're not a Bears fan.
Did you watch Hard Knocks this year?
I haven't watched Hard Knocks in centuries.
So they were on this year, and the feeling I got, and I feel like I see this a lot with these Hard Knocks, is I didn't think the coach was that good. Just
Eberflus?
Yeah, I didn't get a great feeling. And the same thing with the Jets with what's his face?
Salah.
Salah.
Oh God, I did watch what Salah came off so bad in that.
Yeah,
He's such a stiff dork.
And Eberflus was the same. Like I'm just like I don't know if this
like they're not being
something's
themselves.
Missing. You
like
can't
I felt
tell.
like Salah was never being himself. Like it felt contrived.
So I didn't. I guess I'm not surprised. Again, and then the other side of that is I don't understand why the expectation was so high. He is a rookie quarterback. They're all not going to be C.J. Stroud and Daniels. Like that is very rare. We're lucky to have gotten it 2 years in a row. He's going to struggle.
Of course.
It's normal. It's a little aggravating. It is kind of what I expected, and not that I'm a great football mind, but this is what you would expect from a rookie quarterback, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's going to get fired. I don't know if he deserves to because of this. I think he might. It's weird because I don't think he's a good coach, so he probably shouldn't be a coach in my opinion.
Right.
But I don't think it's because of this. It shouldn't be because of the season they're going through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And at least NFL it's pretty wild, man. These games. I mean, the 1 o'clock games were great. Of course,
3 o'clock was 4 o'clock was horrible this weekend.
Didn't get a chance to watch anything till then. What the hell was that?
You know what? We said Germany, the worst 2 teams in football. Carolina and the Giants.
I don't even know why we allowed Germany to still be a country.
Well, this is their punishment.
Every year we're sending you the worst game.
We send you the worst game. Doug did photography at the game last year. Uncle Doug. He thought that game in Germany was amazing. He said the fans were really great. They were singing the whole time. They had a really good time. He said it was really amazing scene.
Phil Simms was on with Boomer this morning, and he called the game for radio. He said it was. He said the same thing. He's
again this year.
He's like, it blew away my expectations. He's like, the people were like unreal. He's like, everyone was in their seat 3 hours before the game started, chanting, singing. You know, it's people that are used to going to soccer games, like professional fans.
Like JJ Watt says, right? The fans over there and the things. He's like, if we could bring that into the NFL, it'd be amazing. And there's so much downtime. Why they should be singing all the time?
Agreed. Those
Going to a football game, an American NFL football game, to me is really pretty boring. Like college is fun. There's a lot of shit going on.
No, I told you the Notre Dame game. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And I think some schools are better at it. They were talking about it at LSU, that they've realized they got to do stuff. Like they've got laser light shows going on now. Like Notre Dame, I was like, holy crap. I didn't realize how many TV timeouts there are. And I'm just like, I mean, I had the flu and I was really hungover, but there was a lot of boring time during the game.
Yeah.
You know, when they were playing, it was great.
Yep. Yeah. I think the schools that have, Notre Dame, I would expect them to have had some more like kind of student led.
They got the band. They're old school. There's no bells and whistles. You know what I mean? It's the band. It's all about the band. But they would put on like commercials. I don't know if I talked about it. Like on their big screen when it was a TV timeout, they'd be like, it was like a lot of ads for Notre Dame. You know, it's like a cult. So it'd be like a priest up there talking on the screen. And it was just like wild. Like,
man.
Okay, you know. It's kind of like church propaganda. You would have loved it. Don't ever go there.
You know, I do want to go to a game there so badly.
Okay, I'll try to get you there. I'm going to another Notre Dame game a week from Saturday. I'm going to Yankee Stadium.
Oh, they're playing Yankee Stadium? Who are they playing against? Navy or something?
The undefeated Army.
Army they're playing. Oh, that's cool.
It's getting no love in the rankings. They should be in the playoff.
That's interesting. The Army could ruin Notre Dame's season.
Imagine if they beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame's out of the playoff.
Right? Because without a conference,
they're already down at like 9th, right? And they already lost it.
Are they going to join a conference? They flirted. They did the ACC sort of a couple of years ago, but
they don't need to in the current structure of it all. But now, like this year is probably the first year with this new playoff, and they're like,
it probably would help.
We'll see. But like, if they lose to Army, I'm never going to be allowed to go to a Notre Dame game again.
Oh, because they had one of the worst upsets.
They lost to Northern Illinois when I was there.
Dude, that loss put Northern Illinois in the top 25 for a week until they played somebody again.
Yeah, I haven't checked on them in a while, but like when I last looked, they had lost like 2 games after that.
Yeah, they're not that good.
Yeah, so I'm going to that at Yankee Stadium. got free tickets, so I'm going.
Awesome. Yeah, good for you. That'd be nice.
Yeah, why not? Look at me. 2 Notre Dame games in 1 season. Who's better than me?
Nobody.
Hopefully I don't have the flu this time.
Maybe Hawk.
The problem is I got to go to the Bronx. Anyway, that's a lot of football talk. Holy hell.
Yeah. Well,
that was great.
It's a slow news week.
It really was kind of like a, what do we do now kind of week. Like, I got a lot of sleep. I got a lot of rest.
You watching some TV?
Oh, so I almost feel like,
do you want to go into spoilers on the Penguin? You do, right?
I mean, we can give everybody a big delay here.
You know what's funny is
count to 100.
The podcast kind of started with the idea, like we used to just sit in my office and talk about TV shows, like The Leftovers.
I decided today
that
I was going to propose to you that we officially announced spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Okay, I'm in. And, play your horn.
We can eat. Yeah. Spoiler horn. Let's get that out because I need to talk about it.
There it is. Of course, we're talking about the Penguin.
We are about to discuss the Penguin in its entirety with spoilers from the season and the Batman, in case you didn't see it. I'm going to count to 10. That's enough. All right, let's go. So, where do you want to start? Last episode? By the way, the recap leading into the last episode was so well done that if you don't feel like watching the entire season, just watch the last episode with I don't know if you got the recap on the Plex.
Oh, you didn't watch it on the Plex?
I watched it off of my DVR because I have HBO.
Okay.
It's probably on YouTube. If you don't want to watch the whole season of The Penguin because you're an idiot, the recap they do before the last episode, Nancy was like, wow, that was like everything. Like, it was really well done.
I'd like to see that.
You could probably find that on YouTube or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. HBO or Max, they usually put that stuff up on their YouTube.
So that was always good, though, especially since we didn't binge this. We're kind of doing this week to week. I love the refresher right before I'd have it.
Did they talk about the floor chisel in the recap?
They didn't touch anything from the movie in the recap.
Okay. No. Thank you, Den Bob, for ruining that.
Yeah.
It's Den Bob. That's why we give him a little mic.
Yeah. So, holy shit. Like, where did we led into this? Why don't we just go end of, how many episodes were there? 8?
There was only 8 episodes. Last episode was a little longer, right? They went about hour 15 minutes, I think.
Was it? So episode 7, right? Our man Penguin is on top of the world. He united all the gangs.
Yep.
He's making the bliss in the, I love the underground system they had in the old trolley tunnels.
So awesome.
Right? He kills Maroney.
Yeah. I think was cool. In episode 7, did you get the backstory of what he did to his brothers, or was that?
Let's talk about that. And Sunil, I hope you're listening, because Sunil did chime in a lot about the Penguin too, and he was saying how much he relates to him, growing up poor. But he
didn't kill his brothers, did he, Sunil?
What? No, Sunil didn't kill anybody in his family that I know of. And really, episode 8 dives even more into that. But even in 7, when we see the flashback of what happens to his brothers drowning in those tunnels, and that he knew they were in there the whole time, and they keep showing the rain, and his mother's saying, where are they? He's saying they're in the movies. Like, he had multiple opportunities to call for help.
He certainly did. Yeah, I kind of would think he didn't do it to kill them. No. But when he saw it was becoming dangerous, he just didn't give a fuck either. And knew he was going to get his mom to himself.
Yep.
It's interesting because they really try to build up that you care for him and you like him. There's some shimmers of niceness.
I did. Fell for it.
But every time he fucks you over, he fucks over everybody he works with. Like, he really is a selfish, self-centered piece of shit.
Except for his mother.
I don't even know what he did to her at the end.
Well, saying before we got to episode 8, like, he was all about his mother, it seems, right? His entire life. He kind of worshipped her, and the whole dream was to get her the penthouse.
Yeah.
Right? And he did put her in a house in New Jersey, wherever the hell that was, and he had people taking care of her, and he would bring her jewelry, and
she knew everything. I didn't realize how much he was actually telling her. Like, I kind of thought he had, like, this crime life. and she knew he was messing around, but not completely until they started to do the mind reading, breaking her down and trying to get
but
that back.
even the first time we met her in the house, he was saying he said he killed what's his face. He told her that he killed the guy right away, right?
Yeah, I guess he
like,
did.
I'm almost there. Like, so I think he was.
She knew everything.
Right, so she gets caught by Sophia, right? She gets taken.
By the way, Sophia, I loved her character. She's adorable.
I loved her outfit last night. Holy cannoli.
Which one?
She's a cutie. The black one that she had on.
Yeah, the black one.
Oh
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah. So, the whole... Now we get into 8, right? When they are doing mind games on her with Dr. whatever his name is. So we get the whole... What was cool was we got a flashback that we already had.
Right.
Because we had that jazz club flashback already, but now we're getting the redo of it, and we see her as she is today. It was very well done.
Yeah,
that was cool.
She would walk by the mirror, you'd see that she was young.
Right. And we didn't know in the original flashback that the gangster was there waiting for Oz.
To kill him. She was going to kill her son.
So cool. That was so cool.
I wonder. It's kind of like that old thing, right? If you could go back and kill Hitler, would you? Like, I think she should have killed him.
Well,
I think crime in the city of Gotham probably would run rampant anyway.
Well, the mob still would have been in place, right? The whole
he killed like every mob boss.
Yeah, or he led to it. So that scene, and then when they wake her up, and he's there, and they're in the jazz club. How cool was that?
Yes,
that was cool. That was really cool.
Their thick accents, I just always laughed at.
The little kid who plays Oz was great.
He really
His accent,
yes,
he was fantastic. He needs an award. So that was wild. that whole thing was eye opening. Like, whoa! Like, and then she, the mom says that she hates him and all that shit, and then she has the stroke. That was wild. Like, of course, he somehow gets super strength and rips himself out of the chair, grabs a gun, and shoots everybody and escapes with his mother. So. But hey, it's the movies.
I did think that. I'm like, you let certain things go when the show is done well and told well.
Yeah. Now Vic, he's gone forever. Let's not go there yet. Not all the way there yet. He's gone forever. He finally comes back,
right?
Because remember, he told them to go get an army, though. If you remember, in episode 7.
Yep.
So he comes back with the gang, every mob boss, which was interesting. But talk about an hour too late.
Yeah.
The place had already blown up. So that was wild. But I knew right away, I was like, okay, this guy's a friend. Is when Vic starts screaming at everybody and the Asian deputy dude comes over and punches him in the stomach. He kind of saved his life there.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, something's going on.
Something's going down.
What's his name? Sing or Song? Or I don't know what his name is.
Sing Song.
So that was cool. And the whole... Okay, so now, all right, sorry, my brain's all over the place.
He killed what's-his-face down there already, right? He did that.
Yeah, he's gone. Well, he kind of had a heart attack first. That was kind of funny. He wanted to kill him.
It was really funny.
Dead first.
It was great. And how mad he was that he couldn't fight him. He's like, oh, you fuck. He was so mad that he couldn't fight him. I was
happy. Minor detail. When Vic shows up on the scene and he's walking through, the black guy pops out of the dust who was in the lab, kind of their number one guy.
Yeah.
I was happy to see he made it through the explosion. I like him.
He's a good guy.
Minor detail.
For a drug guy, he's a good guy.
Seems like a good dude. So now, what'd you think? Well, I love when they were in the hospital, right? And he's stapling himself and all that shit. That was amazing.
Oh my god.
Obviously, they didn't cover it in the flashbacks, but he's an Eagle Scout. He must have been an Eagle Scout. Right?
Totally.
So that whole thing. Now, so Vic gives him the pep talk, like, pull it together, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. So he's like, we're going to come at her sideways. And they pull up at City Hall. I'm like, what is going on?
As soon as they were there, I started to click in, and I thought it was brilliant, his move.
Yeah. Now, besides the move, this is where it ties into the Batman, right? So immediately we see Via Real, or whatever her name is, the mayor's name, on the nameplate, right? We haven't seen her since the movie.
She wasn't in at all.
Right.
Yep.
Haven't seen her since the movie. He gives the whole plan to the councilman dude, which was brilliant.
They want to clean up the city now, right?
Yeah. I did read one of the things I posted in the Discord of the 5 possibilities going forward. pointed out that in the courtroom, they actually show a picture of it in the article, there's curtains, and the curtains are in the shape of owls.
Mm.
And I'm up on old school Batman. I'm not up on new comic book Batman. But apparently, one of the things they think that the next movie, well, it's going to be a couple movies, right? We know what's his face signed
Yeah, we
on.
found out there's 2 more movies coming. I don't think anything about another season of The Penguin, though.
I would hope, but I would hope it goes movie, Back to the Penguin, movie.
That would be
something
great.
Like that would be sick. There's something from the comic books in 2012 called like the Society of Owls or something like that.
Oh, really?
And so they were all harping on the curtains with the owls.
This
And
would be
that
one
might
of the
be
main
something.
protagonists in Batman 2.
What it is, yeah, it's like something I love. It's kind of like, yeah, here they are. In a courtroom, the owl. Here we go. The Court of Owls, introduced in the comics in 2012, is an extremely wealthy secret society underneath Gotham City who have existed pretty much forever and have assassinated high profile. So it's like a Hillary thing. Yeah,
It's like a Hillary thing.
I'm excited about that. So that was cool. You know, they pulled a switcheroo at the airport. As soon as she gets out of the car and you see Oz's face, you know.
Like she's not dying.
You know the game. But I didn't know if the old Asian was in on it.
Right. Definitely not.
That was so cool when they freaking pulled the gun out and blew his head. Oh,
Blew him
one of
up.
my favorite deaths of the whole episode, rewind, was when Oz escapes with his mom and the cop is doing drops by the car. That crooked cop. And
Yeah.
Oz, the camera was right on his face and Oz shoots him from behind it. His face just explodes. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so the young Asian kills the old Asian. And
Yeah. So we got a new. She burnt down her house. There's no new home for anybody there from that group to take.
Yeah. And so then she's, yeah. So now, I forget the sequence of events, but the whole thing with Vic. You want to take us through it?
Dude.
Like, I had a really, I didn't, right away I suspected nothing, and then I'm like, oh, fuck.
They got
no.
me. Because, I don't know, it felt, that bond between the two of them grew so much through the whole season. It was amazing, right? And this is exactly what his girlfriend told him, right? It's like, he's going to get you killed, basically. I didn't expect it to go this way, but they're sitting there, and I guess he said the one thing that triggered Oz he didn't want to hear is that you're like family to me, Oz. And that was it. Boom, death grip on the neck. I'm taking you out, Vic. I couldn't believe. I mean, I can believe it because he's a piece of shit, but I couldn't believe they actually did it in the show. I guess I don't know. I was shocked. Yeah. I was shocked.
Yeah, I was. Like, I knew it was going to happen 3 seconds before it happened. That's how badly they got me. They got me right. I'm like, oh, no. No.
I said to Nick, he was watching it with me, but he had seen it already. And, like, minutes before that scene took place where he choked him out and he was sitting there on the bench, I'm like, oh, man, the Batman is not going to like Vic. But now the Batman don't know shit about fucking Vic because Vic is gone.
Vic is gone.
I was wondering if he was going to be, like, a main villain in a future Batman, like maybe further down the road.
Is he going to be like a kind of a villain, but not, somebody in between?
But he's nothing. He's.
I mean, listen, it is TV and movies.
He could come back to life.
Who knows? What'd you think about him? Because I saw people were freaking out about this. I thought I understood what was happening. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me what you think about the. He takes Vic's wallet and
took
does
the money.
what?
He took the money back that he gave him.
Well, I mean, whatever was left of it, right?
Yeah. Took his
but
license.
Why did he do that? He threw the license in the river.
I think it just showed he's just that cold-hearted. Everything is a possession to him, and he wants to take what was his.
I just thought that he was just trying to mimic like that he got mugged.
Make it look like a mugging. It could have been. I thought it was more reflective of him just being an asshole.
Okay. I thought throw the license away so he's harder to identify. Nobody knows who he's a nobody.
Nobody knows who he is. Yeah.
And it just looks like a kid that got mugged. That's what I thought he was doing.
Now his mother.
Yeah. Who became a superstar in this
she
episode.
Was also great in the series
the whole time. Fantastic.
When she would lose her mind, like you really felt for her, and she would have those relapses.
We got to look who she is. She was fantastic.
She really was good. And she has a stroke and can't communicate anymore. I mean, I'm sure we've all known now grandparents and stuff that have gone through that, and how awful that sounds for the victim that's had the stroke. Where basically they're aware of everything going on around them, but can't communicate or respond.
Horrible.
And she is a complete prisoner to him now. The monster who she wanted to kill.
But where did he put her?
He put her in that fucking penthouse, looking out over the city by herself.
Where she always wanted to be. Where she always wanted to be.
And he had his prostitute there, right?
Did
he dress her up like his mom? Is that what he was doing?
We got to break this down.
Fucking nuts.
So he pulls up in the purple Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Had the top hat on, like old school Penguin.
Yep.
So growing up, come home from school, I would have a ham and cheese sandwich with mustard on a roll and watch Batman. That was what I did.
Yeah, the top hat and the cane.
So Burgess Meredith, remember? Mick from Rocky. So yeah, he didn't have the monocle, but he had the top hat.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this is cool. Making a little, now he is the Penguin. Right. And I feel like when he killed Vic, or right with the mother stroke, I know he was kind of not normal anyway, but now I feel like a switch has gone off. Like he's kind of snapped a little bit. Like he is now truly a supervillain. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, he goes in. Were we shocked to see his mother there in the penthouse?
No, you would take your mother in, right?
It was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He promised her. But now he goes downstairs.
She did have a tear.
She did. But we're like, wait a minute. I'm like, I thought we were in some sort of dream sequence, right? Because it looked like the actress who played his mother as a younger person.
Wearing the sequin dress, I think, almost. Or very similar to what
her
his mother
clothes,
wore.
Right, and it was the prostitute. I forget her name. That sold him out to Sophia, remember?
Right. I almost feel like she's probably a prisoner as well. I bet you she doesn't have a choice to go. He's a madman.
So their interaction was wild, right? So he's like, they're dancing like they did in the club.
Yep.
And he's like, "Tell me you love me.
Tell me how great I am, or I've done it, or something like that, right? Whatever it was that he wanted his mom."
So now is he like sleeping with his mother? Like it's weird. Not really.
He's got
but
mommy
you know what I'm
issues.
saying.
He's got
like in his
mommy
mind.
issues.
Yeah. Woof. Now, so right before it happened, right? We pan out to outside. I called it. I yelled it in the air.
Yeah, I did too. Here comes the bat signal.
Yes, that was awesome. The bat signal comes on.
Who was Commissioner Gordon in the Batman? He was really good, wasn't he, too, in the movie?
Well,
was it Gordon? He in this one?
No, it's what's his face? You're thinking about the guy from Westworld.
Yeah,
but he's not Commissioner Gordon. He's what the hell's his name? Because Commissioner Gordon makes an appearance in the Batman, but doesn't he get killed or he's corrupt or something?
I remember.
Or is it no? There was no. In the movie, there's the existing commissioner. It wasn't Gordon.
It was a guy from Westworld.
He's not commissioner yet. He's not commissioner yet.
Okay, but he was his inside police guy, right?
Yeah.
He didn't make an appearance in this either.
No, but we did see the mayor. Going back to that, right? They showed Mayor Real. I was like, "Here she is." And then my favorite person from the movie does not make an appearance, but sends our beautiful Sophia a letter.
Oh, yeah.
When he says, "I think you should read this one."
Yep.
It's a letter from somebody. He says her name, which I forgot what her real name was, who says she's your half-sister.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Can you believe she went full circle right back into the prison? Like, that whole story was great, too. Like, her father killed her mother. And then set her up because she was going to be a problem. Put her. I remember
Catwoman's mother was also killed by the father.
Amazing.
So she's going to break Sophia out of Arkham?
I don't know. I mean, who's going to be the villain in the Batman 2? It doesn't sound like the Penguin's going to be the main villain.
Well, the Riddler is in Arkham with Sophia.
Yes. Yeah.
You also have the guy. Again, I've been reading some things.
Ooh.
So one of the politicians who was in the movie, I think. He's not the prosecutor, but you remember it's in one of the movies too, but he's in the comic books. Two-Face. Two-Face is a politician, so they're thinking he may, because there's a lot of politics in this one. Maybe Two-Face makes an appearance. I didn't realize in the comic books, Maroni is the one that throws acid on his face and makes him Two-Face. That was interesting. Anyway, so good. The Vic thing was ridiculous. That's the story, right? Like, just shocked the world.
Amazing.
Oh my god!
I give Nick credit for not giving like any kind of spoiler. Like he's like, it's really good, Dad. Like,
yeah,
it was definitely every episode got better and better. He goes, this one was the best. That's all he said.
So good, so good. Good job, Penguin.
DC, bravo DC for putting together a worthy movie and TV
now, will
show.
you be able to tell people timestamps on this?
We could go back. I will try my best. I actually make a note
at least
for
where it
myself.
ends, because they'll hear our announcement where it starts, but it's harder to know when it ends.
Make a note. Let me try to.
Welcome back, everybody who hasn't watched The Penguin yet. You should go watch it tonight.
Staying in the superhero comic world, I watched Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was very good. The second Deadpool was kind of a little bit over the top for me. First one was really funny. It's the second one I started to be like, pushing a little bit too much, but this was really good. It was done well. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10 in the Discord. Did you see it yet?
No. I never saw the first one either.
Oh, you didn't?
I
First
put it
one
on
is
once.
excellent.
Years ago, I watched the first 15 minutes and I thought it was too over the top and I turned it off.
Oh, it is over the top. I mean, I get it's nice to have something a little different, and they do poke some fun. I think there was a line in it, which mini spoiler, but he said something about pegging. He goes, I'm into pegging, but I know Disney isn't really yet. And he looks at the camera and like winks and points.
My God. Ted Lasso reference.
They
discussed pegging.
Oh, yeah. So
with Coach.
But Disney, Disney owns the rights now to the franchise. So, and they took a bunch of shots at Fox, I guess, for whatever reason. Fox dropped Wolverine. Wolverine was in the X-Men. I don't know it well enough. I guess he was X-Man, right?
Yeah, the original. I love. Oh, that's good. I like Wolverine. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, he was great. Hugh Jackman was excellent. It was a nice combination having the two of them together. I think that's what made it more bearable than the second Deadpool. So
check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Good tip. Lots of good TV out there. I did watch the recap of Silo. There was so much in that. Even the recap, I'm like, oh, what happened again there?
I want to rewatch it.
What the what?
It's just so much to watch.
Yeah.
When's it coming up? Pretty soon?
Yeah, I forget. I'm gonna go up. I think just like read up on it again, like read some recaps. It's just pieces. I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, I get the gist, but like even the whole. We won't do spoilers here, but like the whole part of what is actually out there, what was fake, what is real, who saw what kills them, what was the heat tape? Like the heat tape was key, but I forget that
they bring it up in the recap.
Yeah, I think they were all using defective heat tape. I don't know.
I don't think they wanted you to know those answers yet. I think those are questions they wanted to put to you so that you can try to get them answered.
I mean, I know where we left off. So,
and there was a clip I think I found and posted in the Discord, which is probably the opening like 3 minutes of season 2.
Okay, I'll go look at that. Crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. Silo. There's some good stuff. Severance is coming back, I think, in the new year. If you watched Bad Sisters on Apple, that is back tonight, I think. And I've been watching Shrinking. I love Shrinking. Harrison Ford's great. They do a really good job of that show. Although you saw Shrinking, right?
I started it.
The one neighbor, I guess Christine's like nuts because she thinks she's had too much plastic surgery, and she's like, she looks fake.
Well, she's in Hollywood.
So Christine gets very upset with that. She wants us all to get old and wrinkly.
Okay. Speaking of Brack,
I saw there was a question, right?
Yeah, but he's a very loyal listener. I don't know why he wouldn't know the answer to that question. She kind of talk about it all the time. So what does Christine use to remove dog hair from your floors?
It is a long process, my friends, and like Mike said, I thought you might know. So we have a vacuum, we have Swiffers, we have shirts that we cut up, and we do it with our hands. So the system usually goes. And now that I work from home,
I forgot about the shirts.
I actually will pre-sweep with a broom, old school, and just get the big clumps up so she doesn't get too crazy. But sometimes
Good man.
I get busy at work and I don't get a chance to do that. The good thing is she gets home now, it's dark, so she can't see the clumps as well as normal. But when the sun is starting to set when she gets home, the angles, you can really see the hair.
Yeah, that horizontal light.
Yeah, it's tough. So
Trouble.
Right now we're in dark, which is good. But
Perfect.
Last night was another evening. We break out a Swiffer. Then we get on our hands and knees with the scissors and some shirts, and we sweep the floor with our hands and knees.
What do you do with the scissors?
Oh, she cuts the shirts. I'm sorry. I'm being, very...
Wait, you use a new shirt every time?
Dude, I don't know where she gets all these shirts from, but she's got shirts, towels. It's insane.
Why can't you just wash the shirts and use them again?
Dude, I don't know. Then we
continue.
Then we vacuum
with a regular vacuum.
And we probably do another Swiffer at the end of that. And we do this every night.
And then how often do you shop vac?
She doesn't. She's got a new vacuum, so the shop vac doesn't come up anymore.
Every night.
I said she said to me. She actually said to Maria and I last night. She's like, "I'm thinking, maybe you guys should take your shoes off when you come home and not wear your shoes in the house." And we laughed. I said, "Why would I do that? You do this anyway because of the dog hair."
Right.
I'm good. That's no reason to take my shoes off when I come home.
Right.
Crazy.
All right, Andy. There you go. You asked. Good luck.
It's OCD, and if you get an OCD wife about cleaning, you're in.
Your floor looks great.
It is, dude. Again, like I've said many times, you can drop food on the floor for like 10 minutes. There is no 3-second rule or 10-second rule in my house.
And the good news is you're getting that hair out of there. We're in the conditions we're in right now.
Very dry. We'd start a fire.
The dog hair could light up.
Yeah, it's
could light up a little if a breeze came through.
What was it? This weekend we got the a whiff of smoldering wood from Jersey, right?
Yeah, I smelled it.
We did too. I think it was, I can't remember, Saturday or Sunday morning. And Christine's like, it smells. I smell fireplaces outside. I'm like, that's Jersey, dude.
World's on fire, darling.
Lasers from Oprah.
Great. Oprah, go away. You freaking lasers.
Anyway, her lasers. They made more hurricanes again. 2 more hurricanes. Is that what you wrote?
Yeah, and it's this never happens. Of course it's happening. You know why?
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Yippers. And we had a little bit of rain Sunday night. Just a little. Just some tears. It was just some tears. That's all that was. That wasn't really rain.
It's a teaser.
Yeah. Great. I had a funny thing happen today during my jog. Went for a little lunchtime run. And to get myself back into running mentally, I was doing like the same run for weeks.
Get a little Monday, boring, I guess, right? But
just mentally, since I wasn't like enjoying it, sometimes if I do the same one, I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you've run before. There's different theories. It was working for me. And then I was like expanding it by a few minutes every couple of weeks.
Perfect.
Widening it. I would reverse direction every other run.
I like doing that too.
So Monday I was like, I think I'm ready. I'm up to like a 50-minute jog now. I'm doing time because sometimes I'm slow, so fast, but I just want to be on my feet for 50 minutes. Like I think I'm gonna go that way instead. So ran into Franklin Square, Garden City, Loop, whatever. Okay. So today, I'm like, all right, we're gonna run. It's nice and cold out. It's like, ooh, wore long sleeves. Cold. Said, I'm gonna go that way. Another way. So random choice was made. Running. I am, let's say 2.5, 2 3/4 mile in. So about, 25 minutes into my run, almost a half hour. I'm by Floral Park High School. And I'm just coming down the street and I'm like, there's a guy, like, just sitting on his ass in the middle of the street with a bike laying on top of him.
Oh.
And, like, just took me, like, he wasn't yelling, he wasn't saying anything. I'm like,
Just look.
I
An
stopped.
image you're
I'm
not
like,
used to seeing.
yeah, I'm like, and no one's around, and I don't know why. I guess just the way I am. Like, right away, my spidey senses are going off. I'm like, this feels like a scam. Maybe because, like, I didn't see the guy crash. Or, like, I didn't.
Right.
Because I was coming down the block for a while. And I'm like, are you all right? And he was, like, normal-looking dude. Probably, like, 30s, beard, hat on backwards. He did have a nose ring, like a stud.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. I'm like, are you all right? And he went. I think what bothered me was that, like, he wasn't, like, embarrassed or like, oh my God, thank you. He was just kind of like, and I think in hindsight it was because he was in so much pain. But the way he was talking to me was weird. He was like, can you help me? Like he was like lost his patience with me already. Like I didn't help him. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what happened? It's like, my lace is around the pedal. I think I broke my wrist. And I'm like, oh.
What the hell
So I
can
looked,
I do?
his wrist was pretty swollen. So I'm like, all right, I guess he did fall.
Yeah.
And his lace was around the pedal. So I take the bike off of him. And maybe because I just watched the Penguin betray.
He's going to get a brace.
I was like waiting for him to stab me or something. That was
Still
weird.
walking with a brace on his foot now.
Yeah. And I took the bike off him. Now it's still attached to his lace. So I got it off, put the bike in his telephone pole. And then I'm like, yeah, right. His cell phone was on the street.
Okay.
And so then he goes to me, can you pick me up? Like the way he said it was almost like, I'm like, yeah, sure.
Like the old, like, football player, here's my hand, pull you up kind of thing?
Nah, I got underneath his shoulder.
Because I had a bad hand too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Got him to his feet and gave him his phone. I think he was just really in pain. So he was like, the way he was talking to me, he sounded pissed off at me. It was just weird.
Do you think Andy could just pick him up with his one super arm and just like pick him up by the belt buckle? Yeah. And
so I'm like, are you all right? Like, he's like, I live down the block. I'm like, all right, so you think you can make it home? He's like, I'm just going to call somebody. I'm like, all right.
See you.
And then I just went on my merry way.
Oh, it's good for him that you went a different way today.
Yeah, it was because there was nobody else around.
Maybe he could have gotten run over laying in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and it wasn't in front of the school. It was like behind the athletic fields, like on the street that's not that busy.
Thank goodness.
Funny. Poor bastard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mike's a
so
hero.
I helped somebody today.
You're the hero of the day.
I am. Thank you very much.
How's Smileline's doing? We used to get good hero stories from her. She used to chime in on Discord. Everything good over there?
Yeah, she's very into her social media presence on Instagram.
Mice and rats, no problems over there with rodents?
No, she's this food review thing she does on Instagram.
What kind of food review?
She has yet another. It's like for those of you that don't follow her, she created something else. I've been spotlighted on that.
It's on Instagram?
Yeah, it's called, here it is. She just had another post. It's called B-Ball Family Eats.
Okay.
Look at this. You would like this. She just posted avocado tacos.
They sound delicious.
Well, it's the avocado half without the pit, and you put the filling in there, and then you eat it with a spoon.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
Easy and delish.
Easy? Pico's not easy to make. I love pico, and I once I made it, it's fantastic, but it is a pain to make.
Yeah, so she needs more followers. She's trying to get to 1,000. She's at 969.
Oh, I can get to
B-Ball
970.
Family Eats. It's actually pretty fun. And then if I go out to eat, I send her stuff, and she posts it.
Huh. If we can get all of Gar Nation to follow her,
let's go.
She'll get to 1,000.
You can see my Little Italy pictures on there.
Oh, those were great shots.
Oh, man, that was great.
Up on Arthur Abbey we're at, right?
Yeah. B-Ball Family Eats.
That's the real Little Italy.
It is.
We used to do a football draft with a partner of Doug's in the police department. They worked highway in the Bronx together, dad and son, and they used to do a fantasy football draft at a restaurant up on Arthur Avenue every year. The fantasy football draft. They would get some Italian restaurant. And it was a different one every year. They'd rent it out in the morning, like a Saturday morning, and they just tons and tons of food. Oh, it was so good.
That's cool.
So
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that was good. That worked.
We were up there last Thursday. It was a beautiful day. Walked around, different eats, then sat down, had some wine and like homemade like brick oven pizza. Fantastic. I drove up. It was pretty easy. It's really not far over like the Whitestone Bridge.
If you can get away without traffic, everything is so close, but
yeah,
it's so rare you can get a non-traffic day.
Took me like, I don't know, 35 minutes to get there, like 45 to get home. It wasn't bad. Parked on the street for free.
Love it.
Score. So yeah, that was good. That was good stuff.
Do we have any emails? Probably not. I didn't see anything this morning.
Hold on. How would I know? I don't look until I'm out. We do have an email.
Ooh. It's not a scam? It's not some dude laying on the ground with his bike on top of him?
Nope. Let's see. The subject is Bearcat.
Ooh.
From the loyalist of massholes. New Jersey educated.
Not Massachusetts.
Ass so tight that women stop him when he's running.
This is true.
Andy Shaw. Gar panel, and I'm assuming there are just two of you since Den Bob has been a slacker of late.
This is true.
Very true. Hope you're doing well. The GarCast continue to be amazing.
Ooh.
No boredom has set in despite delivering week after week for the past few years. Well, hopefully he doesn't get mad at the big penguin interlude. Quickly, took my son to Binghamton Sunday and Monday. It was a great trip. The tour was okay. I could lead it, no problem. Well, Andy did go there, for those who don't know. We were able to meet with 2 deans in their business school. Well, fancy schmancy.
Wow.
Someone from admissions and attend a class. The professor wanted me to join, but my son said no way. Yes, Andy, that would have been overstepping. Like, your son experienced this by himself. The professor wants me to come back in the spring to present to students.
Wow.
Present what? The hell what do you have to offer? Kidding. We also got to meet students in campus, including their not halal. Oh, that was a tongue twister. Hillel Jewish organization. The what was it, Andy? The Chabad house, right? Just off campus, you could walk, and there was they're almost right next to each other. There was the Chabad house for the Jewish students, and there was the Newman house for the Catholic students.
Ooh.
How about that? Very productive. I likely won't be able to attend, but start sharing info for Thanksgiving. Yes.
Oh, yes, it's coming.
Rebecca and Gar, start preparing. Be cool, stay in school. Loquacious listener, Andy Shaw.
Great job, Andy.
Now, Andy shared something with me on text and fellow Binghamton graduates, which is you all might find interesting. The GarFather's college girlfriend, she was my girlfriend for 3 years there, Miss Kathy Mackin, was a star basketball player. In the current issue of the Binghamton Alumni magazine, which I probably threw out, Andy, save your copy, it has been announced, it's actually online too, that she is being inducted into the Binghamton University Athletic Hall of Fame.
Oh, well, congratulations.
How about that? I feel like, you know,
it was probably good vibes from you that
she was with me for 3 or 4 years as a player. I feel like I'm a part of it. I think
you are.
I think I should go, right?
Definitely should go.
Do I go?
Absolutely. I don't know if Nancy agree with us, but yes.
Oh.
When is this?
Let's take a look. Maybe we'll all go.
Maybe you can do a presentation to business students.
I'll just go there for the cocktails. Oh wait, did they already get in? Is it over?
Oh
no. No way.
Maybe it's a recap of the induction ceremony?
That would be so sad. I didn't look that closely on what you sent this morning, Andy. I will be really upset if it already happened. I think it did.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, she did. I missed it.
Damn it.
But the speech is online. Maybe she mentioned me.
No, probably not.
It's on YouTube. I'll put it on the Discord.
Okay, do that. Please do that.
Let me see what she looks like. Let me fast forward here. We don't need this guy's spiel. Oh, she's walking out. I wonder if her parents are there. Oh, wait. Who was she sitting with?
Do you remember what town she was from?
What town?
Yeah.
Yeah, South Salem, New York.
Okay. Nice.
Westchester County. There she is. Yeah, I saw her a couple over the years at swim meets. Her daughter used to swim, but she doesn't swim anymore. So I haven't run across her anymore. Oh, that's hysterical. All right. We'll watch this later.
Yes.
Anyway, that's funny, Andy. Very good job on that. I thought it was upcoming. Okay.
Mike doesn't want to miss an opportunity to get back to the Bing.
September 28th. All right. I'll have to drop her a note.
Good stuff. All right.
Forest lost this week.
You can't win them all.
Can't win them all. I don't like... We got an international break this weekend, so like it's like a 2-week downer, which kind of sucks. What are you going to do? Sumu. We're going to be okay.
It's a good time for a break, and they'll come back stronger. We'll get back on the winning ways.
I did want to touch on the NBA Cup.
That nobody cares about, but...
Were you aware it was the NBA Cup when you saw the wacky floor?
No, I had no idea. I'm like, why is Philadelphia's floor painted blue?
They did that last year. They did it last year, too.
And apparently, I saw a clip for the game after. I guess whoever else was playing was gray. So I guess that was the color of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soup du jour.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not against it. I think it's dumb now, but I think it'll build.
I mean, if you're a player, it's good, right? Because you probably get extra money out of it. For a fan, all I want is an NBA championship. They haven't won one in a long time. I don't give a shit about that.
But you could get a trophy in December.
That's not the one I want.
I know. It's like soccer. They're stealing the idea from soccer.
Yeah, but the soccer cups, they don't do that this is a regular season game, isn't this?
No.
It doesn't count in your standings?
No.
At all? I thought they were just doing it on top of your regular games.
It doesn't... What? It's not a regular game, no.
I thought it was a regular game that they deemed a cup game also.
No. Well, you answered. Andy asked, how does this affect the standings? You said it doesn't.
Either way, it wouldn't.
It's an in-season tournament, like the FA Cup or the Caribou Cup or whatever.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I watched
Joel
it.
Embiid sucks.
Dude, he is such a bitch.
Yeah, weren't you entertained?
He really is. Oh, it was a good game. I mean, this Knicks team is not gelling as quickly as I thought they would, but I'm not worried. I know they'll, get together by the playoffs. I think they need another piece on the bench.
I mean, Precious Ochoa is hurt. He was good off the bench.
Yeah.
We'll see. Long season, too long.
It's long year, and not anything to worry about yet. So, hey, Bubba, what's happening? You gonna say hi?
No.
There's a good boy. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, I got a hard out at the top of the hour.
Yeah, I hear you. Work calls.
Work is looking for me. Busy week.
Bo sounds like he's tap dancing.
He loves these floors. Right, Bo? He put his head on my lap. Hi there, Daddy. It's the time change he did not like. He was looking for food at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, the animals, they don't partake in that change. They just wonder why you're doing things at a different time.
I mean, you're like, you're really not going to feed me right now? Just banging my elbow with his nifty little nose.
Oh, Bo. Oh, excuse me. A little yawn there. A little yawn.
All right. Hopefully our listeners didn't yawn. Hope you enjoyed this show. Hope you enjoyed the new closing music. Thank you, Guar.
Any more emails? Nope. No. Oh, all right. The new closing music. Excellent.
Yeah, it worked out great last week. So
thank you, Guar.
You rock. So until next time, everybody, be Garlific.
Gar out. All right. Go. Later, dude.
Peace.
I pledge allegiance to the family of the United GarCast of the Discord, and to the Montana commune that we will all meet up at when humanity finally craps the bed. One Gar Nation, under God, or thoughts, with a vow to be excellent to one another, and to always follow that one simple rule: don't be a dick. Gar pluribus unum.